Cloudcast Media.
Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media. Going to be listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show. We are the nation's longest running community podcast in our 20th year. Very, very proud of that. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union. More than 60 years of doing great things in the community, whether it's food insecurity, working with the homeless, financial literacy. They are always on top of their game. It's so cool to have our frequent guests in the studio today from the Trinity Theater Company. We got Sean Boyd, Executive Artistic Director. How you doing, Sean?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
I don't think I've ever seen you dressed up before.
Oh, so sorry.
Did Susan Clausen make you dress up for this one?
You know, we had a big day at City Council today.
We'll get to that in a few seconds over here. Joined by your colleague and bro, Connor Boyd, a regional manager for Trinity Carlsbad. How you doing, Connor?
I'm doing great. It's good to see you.
Always good to see you over there. An honor to have Audrey Boull't, participant in the Trinity Theater Company Teen Leadership Program. How you doing, Audrey?
I'm doing good. Glad to be back.
Oh, absolutely. Now, what school you go to?
I go to Helix High School.
And okay, great. And when do you graduate?
Next year. It's crazy coming up.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Very, very. Any plans for college, or just not quite there yet?
I don't know yet.
Okay, right, exactly. No, it'll be here fast and furious. We'll start with you on this, Sean, for those very few of our Spotlight listeners. What is the mission of the Trinity Theater Company?
So Trinity Theater Company provides theater and arts education in order to unify friends, family, and the community. We believe in providing a venue for all that want to inspire and be inspired.
Right, and of course, with your background, teaching in the K-12, how long were you teaching?
I taught for 5 years.
For 5 years, okay. And were you an itinerant, or were you at one school?
I was one. I started as a one teacher, one classroom at the middle school. Went into the districts and then worked with several schools. Right,
and again, talk about how that is still so much into the ethos of Trinity Theater Company, working with the schools.
Yeah, I mean, arts education is a huge tenet of my life, and I believe that it should be accessible to everyone. One of the advantages of pushing into school sites is that it takes away a geographic barrier that keeps a lot of participants from coming to play. When districts partner with us, it also takes away a financial barrier and allows access to, for us, more than 1,500 students each year.
Yeah, and as we've talked about before, and you bring in such fine folks on the teen leadership program. I can't wait to hear from Audrey and her 2 cents on this. It's an equalizer, and what it does, it levels the playing field. It doesn't really make a difference where you come from, what you look like, how you act. Doesn't make a difference there. We're all in this together, and really kudos to you for doing that, Sean. How old were you when you started this company?
So
were you 5?
The company, yeah, it feels like it sometimes. I was 18. I started it as a senior in high school at San Diego High School, which is one of the reasons we launched the Teen Leadership Program, because we know what teens can do. We know what leadership they can bring to the table and that they should bring to the table.
Absolutely. So, Sean, did you start working with your brother the second he formed this, or you had to wait a few minutes for this?
I was involved in the first few shows that we produced as Trinity Theater Company. Not necessarily as a full-time employee as I do now, but I certainly helped anywhere I could, anywhere he would let me.
Okay, very, very good. So what does a regional manager of Trinity Carlsbad do? What do you do?
Yeah, so as we expand into a second location, we we need somebody to be there full time. As we know, as we learned being at the Mission Valley Mall, it takes a lot of people to run a storefront location in a mall. And so my job will be to be there basically every single day, making sure the space is operating and that we're able to produce the quality performances and programming that people have come accustomed to from Trinity Theater Company.
So when did you start this in Carlsbad? How long has that been?
We've been talking about it for a little while now, but we officially get the keys in July.
Congratulations.
And,
Where? Where is it?
It's the shop's in Carlsbad, the mall.
In the car. Okay, what street is that on?
I think it's El Camino Real.
Yeah.
Okay. Literally the Carlsbad Mall, right off 78?
That's correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Very good. And then is it going to have the same size of space, Connor, that you have in Mission Valley, or not there yet?
We've actually gotten really lucky, and we're getting a space that's about 2,000 square feet larger than our space at the Mission Valley Mall. So it's going to be a little bit bigger.
And when do you start the performances?
Our first performance will be the first weekend of September. I think September 8th or 9th.
Oh, my goodness. So basically, you're the guy up there, right?
That's right.
Is there anyone with you, or you turn around and you go, it's just you?
There will be people with me. I know Sean's going to hold my hand as much as as much as he'll let me hold his hand. Also, my wonderful girlfriend Jaylene, who has been incredibly involved with Trinity for the past year and a half now. She's going to be, my right-hand man and helping me with everything.
Well, that is pretty exciting. How long have you been thinking about this, Sean?
Yeah, it's been about a year of planning and negotiations to make it happen. I think, again, going to what works so well with our school partnerships is this idea that geographic barriers are a very real limitation. And so when we look at our region and realize that there's a lack of arts education opportunities in Carlsbad, that's what kind of said, okay, let's do this. Let's provide to a community that does not have the access that we want it to have.
Yeah, no, it's so important on this. So Audrey Boull't, you're in the teen leadership program of the Trinity Theater Company. How long have you been doing this?
It was a new program at the start of last year-ish. So I've been doing it since it started up, and it's been going good.
Tell me what you like about it the most.
We get a lot of guest speakers. I know that I knew that going into it, but I don't think I realized how many people we were going to have come over. And it's just really nice to see professionals in the profession that aren't just Trinity people. We get a lot of connections with Trinity people, but then through teen leadership, we are also getting to meet people from SDSU, from different places where they've traveled or they've been on Broadway, and we've been able to meet with people like wig designers, stage managers, sound designers, and it's been a really cool experience with that.
We're chatting with our friends from Trinity Theater Company. Audrey Boull't, she's a participant in the company's teen leadership program. Connor Boyd, the regional manager for Trinity Carlsbad, opening up in July. Congratulations. And Sean Boyd, the executive artistic director, who at the ripe age of 18 formed this business and have been nothing but on a rocket ship ever since in this. So Audrey, you brought up something really interesting. We talk about theater. Of course, there's 6 zillion different jobs from theater. You can perform, you can build, you can direct, you can write. Which one of the many aspects of theater do you like the most?
I talked about this a little bit last time I was here. I really like lighting. I've gotten more into directing, though. Probably still both of those, though. They're probably tied.
Tell me how challenging, or maybe it's not challenging for you, directing has been.
Honestly, I feel like it's come kind of naturally to me. When I read scripts, even when I was acting, I would look at the characters and look at what I would think the characters did. The way Sean directs is very unique because he lets us kind of run through the scenes first, and then he gives us what he wants to see. And so having that exploration has set me up to be kind of always thinking about that with characters. So I think that's kind of come naturally to me. It's been challenging as I've gotten into adult stage, just finding that balance between yes, I'm in charge, but I'm a lot younger than you.
Well, I mean, listen, one of the goals, of course, of any type of leadership, especially at a young age for teenagers, is to help build confidence. I know that was one of the things, Sean, you were interested in. So when you first joined, the teen leadership program to how you are right now, how's your confidence level grown, whether it's lighting, whether it's directing, or anything else?
I would definitely say that it's increased. I've just been able to have a lot more opportunities, and I think because of more opportunities in leadership, that's just like hand in hand gone with my confidence rising.
So how has that translated to things outside of the theater? Have you seen yourself take a leadership role on things that aren't related to the theater?
Yes, I think in school I've been more confident with like group projects and that stuff. Like, yeah, I know what I'm doing, and like I'm more comfortable in like saying that and being able to help out people around me more.
I'd love to brag about Audrey too a little bit.
Brag away, Sean. Brag away.
It's not just because with the teen leadership, it's all about, of course, building these opportunities for the students and letting them find organically their own opportunities as well. Audrey is a Girl Scout and is working towards her Gold Award, which is about environmental sustainability for arts institutions across the board. She volunteered to join a board of a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to shared resources and environmental sustainability. Additionally, when the cuts came from the mayor's office, Audrey was one of the speakers that went in front of city council and advocated against them. She won't say these two things, of course, by herself because she shouldn't. The leadership alone is advantageous, but really it's a testament to her and to her peers that they can do this.
We come back from break. I want to talk about that 501c3 that you're working with in that leadership role, and spot on that. Sean, the earlier we can teach anybody, the schools about leadership, whether it's in elementary school or whether it's in the teen program with you, is just huge. It's going to benefit them for many years to come. And want to spend some more time talking to Connor about what he envisions for Carlsbad and what he looks at as some of his challenges moving forward and how our listeners can help support him. I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media. You're listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show. We are the nation's longest running community podcast in our 20th year, brought to you by the fine folks of Mission Fed Credit Union. We will be right back after this short break.
When you do your banking with Mission Fed, you get great rates on auto and home loans. That's good for you, but something good also happens for a lot of other people. We're not for profit, so we put money back into the community to help lots of great nonprofits to keep San Diego strong. So you're not just getting something good, you're doing something good. Come to Mission Fed. It's banking that's good for all.
Brand amplification is the DNA of Cloudcast Media, and our code is the powerful blending of sound, voice, and storytelling to lift local brands and their communities. Whether it is our Brandcast, Schoolcast, or Causecast platforms, the unifying ethos is all about this community, the one you call home. If you dare to dream and want to explore the brand amplification of Cloudcast, a national leader in local podcasting and other Winfluence strategies, please visit us at cloudcast.us.
I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media, listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union. So pleased to have in the studio with us a return appearance by the Trinity Theater Company. Sean Boyd, Executive Artistic Director, is in the house, joined by his brother Connor Boyd, Regional Manager for the soon-to-be newly opened Trinity Carlsbad location, and joined by Audrey Boull't, a participant in the Trinity Theater Company Teen Leadership Program. I want to go back to what Sean was saying, Audrey. So did you work with a nonprofit in this space of trying to boost up our education?
Our nonprofit is more focused towards the environmental leadership aspect. For my Gold Award project, we are trying to incorporate more arts education aspects, such as teaching, like going to schools and teaching them like how they can make their productions that they're doing more sustainable.
Right.
But the organization itself is dedicated to kind of strengthening the community that's already there among our San Diego theaters and sharing materials, so set pieces, costumes, props, that kind of thing, making sure there's more of a shared thing among the companies so that it's not just all going to the dump.
How do you feel that you did in front of the city council?
I think I did a good job. I mean, it's not a lot of time to talk. We only get 1 minute, but
you can say a lot of stuff in a minute.
Yeah, I think what I had said was good and important, and a lot of other people spoke well.
What was the most important thing you think you said?
I think I did a good job pointing out how many people are going to be impacted. It's not just the people in theater, it's the whole city and the people who come to visit our city.
Right. So, Sean, where are we with this right now? Is it for vote? Are they putting some of the funds back in? It's not quite decided yet. It's a moving target. All of the above?
All of the above. So today, council members Kent Lee and Henry Foster III came forward with a proposal to reinstate $10.5 million with support from the Conrad Prebys Foundation and many other partners. I am very grateful for the council members for their leadership on this issue. We need more council members to step up, and we need the mayor to accept the budget when it comes to his desk. I know that there's been talk of veto, and we just find that unacceptable at this point. We really need to move this city forward, and his revenue projections rely on our success.
Yeah, and can the city council override a veto?
They can with 2/3 majority vote, which is 6 council members.
And you've got 4.
And we're hoping for 6.
Right.
I mean, really, we're hoping for 9. We're hoping that our council members hear their constituents and know that this is such a vital piece of our lives.
Well, I remember when it hit the papers, and then it hit TV and radio and all that, and everyone's hair exploded on fire and said, "Listen, this is not how you sit there." And I understand. Listen, the mayor's got tough decisions to make. I get that. Okay. Mm-hmm. But there are other areas that you can certainly look at. Not that they're not important. These are tough decisions to make. But the arts is such an economic driver in this town. Sean, you and I have talked about this before. And when we have the great folks that Susan Clausen always brings on, talk about the different theater companies and everything in between on this. It's such a huge economic driver. Talk about that.
It is, and it's not. So we generate $1.8 billion of economic activity for the city of San Diego. It is a massive deal, and this is not just theaters, this is dance, this is opera, this is museums, this is cultural fairs, this is street fairs. I think one of the biggest problems with the mayor's budget wasn't just a complete decimation of all city-funded grants. It was the way it was rolled out. The day before the budget was announced, he called 5 members of the arts and culture leaders, sat them down and told them this is happening. And those 5 people then had to communicate with 196 nonprofits that relied on this, who then had to show up the very next day to say, what is happening? Why this complete decimation? If this was going to be something that he thought was a viable solution, it needed to be months of conversations, and not just with the leaders that were going to be impacted, but with the philanthropic partners that were going to need to step up. Yeah,
there's no question about that. So let's shift to Carlsbad. Certainly, it's a very desirable place up in the North County. You're going to be in the Carlsbad mall in this area. So what do you think some of your biggest challenges will be, Connor?
Yeah, so historically we've been located more in like central San Diego,
right,
kind of down in South Bay. I know we've done some school partnerships and things up in North County before, but it's largely a new market for us. So the biggest focus right now is just building our community up there, having people join our little family of Trinity people, and just getting people to realize what kind of programming we have to offer and how we can help benefit the community.
So what schools are you working with, and what school districts are you working with, or are you? Because we can put you in touch with some of those. We work with all 43 school districts.
More than happy for any connections you can share with us.
Yeah,
We'd
we
be
can.
happy
We
to
can.
get in wherever we can. I think this last year we spent most of the majority of our time in South Bay School District.
Right.
I personally went to 6 schools this past semester to run tech for our showcase performances at the end of the semester. So school partnerships are great. They're a lot of fun. I know the kids love it. I know at the end of this last semester, every kid that I talked to was asking us when we were coming back. So it's definitely important to the kids who participate, and it's important to us too.
Yeah, we do a show that's called Future Pathways Superintendents Unplugged, where we get to interview the 43 school district superintendents. So we have just interviewed the Carlsbad superintendent not too long ago in this aspect of it. So we're finishing up next month with the San Marcos superintendent. So we'll make sure, if you send me some information, I'll make sure to share it with Andy Johnson in this area. And these guys are all huge. Vista Unified School District and Oceanside and Carlsbad on that 78 corridor, just all fired up about this type of stuff. So we'll make sure we'll get that information to you as well. So we're going to go around the horn here, and we're going to start so you can think about this a little bit. Audrey, we'll start with Sean. Final comments on what our listeners can do to support the great work that Trinity Theater Company has been doing.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing right now for our friends that are going to join us in Carlsbad, we're going to have a survey up on our website based on the programming that you would like to see. Trinity is only as strong as the community that comes and plays with us. And so we want to know who wants a space, who wants to be part of our home, be part of our community. So that survey is going to be up on our website right after you listen to this podcast.
That sounds good. And what else can people do to convince those other city council members to join their colleagues to make this a 9-0 vote? What else can they do?
Flood their emails, call the mayor, email his staff. But really, truly do not let up on this. It is so close. I am so grateful to Kent Lee and to Henry Foster III, and I hope that our other council members will meet their leadership.
Is there some information on the Trinity Theater Company website where someone can go ahead and cut and paste, send it to their council members, or not?
On our website, no, but I will point you to the SD Arts and Culture.
Okay.
They've got everything, and it's one button, one press, and it will send that email.
All right, very, very good. And your website again, one more time, Sean?
Our website is www.trinityttc.org.
Connor, how do we flood everybody up to Carlsbad to see you and your girlfriend and everybody else that wants to enjoy Trinity Theater up in the North County?
I think checking out the website is a good place to start. We're going to be posting all of our programming soon. We have our season set, a lot of good shows coming up, a lot of good classes and programming that I think a lot of people will be excited about. And as Sean said, we're going to have that survey up for people to share what kind of programming they would like to see. And we cannot wait to implement those ideas because we just want to serve the community the best that we can.
Yeah, that sounds good. So, Audrey, we get to say we knew you when before you win your first Tony Award, that you were, here in our Spotlight show. And when you do win that award, I know you're going to have Connor and Sean with you on stage. Is that correct?
Of course.
Very, very. Mom, of course, and the family will be there. We all know this. What a bright future you have. You'll be graduating next May, next June, and all that business. Are you going to continue the work in the theater space, you think, moving forward?
Likely, very likely. So.
Very, very likely on this. So what advice do you have for people that may be considering doing the teen leadership program for Trinity Theater Company? Why should they do this?
I think they should try and get involved because it's a really strong community. Theater is all about community, and I think our program offers such a strong community. I've met so many people from all across San Diego because we are Central San Diego. I'm more south, and I've been able to make friends with people who go to schools that are more north, and I think that's really going to help building the connections that we want to see in theater. all across the city.
Well, I think theater from TK to my age, fossil age, I think is something that is so critical for so many different reasons. It is connections, it's collaboration, it's empathy, it's all the great things that come with all this. And so just wishing you nothing but continued success. I'm sure this won't be the last time we'll have you back on our show. Maybe we'll make it a three-peat for you on this. Connor, nothing but great luck up at Carlsbad. Keep me engaged. I'd love to go to when you first have your first performance there. And Sean, it's always a pleasure seeing you. The content you provide is always top shelf.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You bet. My pleasure. I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media, listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show. We are the nation's longest running community podcast in our 20th year, brought to you by the fine folks of Mission Fed Credit Union. 60 years doing great things for people in San Diego County. And for our audience, we hope you enjoyed the interview.
You've been listening to an episode of Drew Schlosberg's Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego community. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.